Okay, so first I explain this project. Okay, so what is this project all about? Okay, then you can set up also in your AWS environment, and we are using a Snowflake in this. So this is a build a real-time data pipeline using AWS, Kinesis, and Snowflake. Okay, so in this project, some market data is there. Okay, stock market data. So they are analyzing this data as a streaming data. Okay, and finally they are visualizing the data in the Power BI. Okay, so that is project like components. So here is they are using a AWS service app runner for creating a API. So if you look at here, so some events are coming from the Amazon EC2, like we are just API runner is there. Okay, I'll show that the API runner. So this app runner is a service in AWS that is giving the option to create a API, and that API will trigger the some events, and Lambda will be creating a CSV file for those messages and writing to the S3. And once the data comes in S3 bucket, so we have a snow pipe. Snow pipe is automatic pulling data from the SQS, okay, and writing data to the Snowflake table. Okay. Here is a Snowpark is there. Snowpark is for transformation. Okay, whatever data we are pulling from the S3 to Snowflake table, so there is a one layer in between that is a Snowpark. Okay. So Snowpark is basically the part of Snowflake. Okay. So when you have a Snowflake account, there is the Snowpark you can configure, and then you can run. So this all things will be this snow pipe will trigger, right? Basically, this will become an automatic pipeline where the data is keep coming, and whenever the APIs is getting the data. Okay. So if you look at the very high level components, right? What are those components are there? Okay, so this is the tech stack. Okay, like Kinesis there, apprunner is there, Kinesis Firehose. So Kinesis Firehose is a delivery stream. Like whenever the three types of streams are there in AWS Kinesis. One is a data stream, and one is Kinesis Firehose, and another one is a analytics stream. Okay. So here we are using Firehose because we are using a delivery stream, right, to write data to S3. So we are using Firehose delivery stream. Okay. And what is the use of Lambda here? Lambda is basically reading the messages coming as a JSON formatted messages and converting into the CSV file. So Lambda role is not that much big here. It is just converting a CSV file from the JSON messages. And app runner is basically creating fast API application, right? We can use our own fast API we can implement, okay? But app runner is ready-made service, right, in AWS, okay? And that is providing the configuration, right? It can like use the GitHub, right? It will be pulling your API code, right? This API code is there from the GitHub. Okay. Okay. So how to configure app runner? I will start from there.
గ్రూప్ లో లింక్ వచ్చింది నాకు అది
Okay. So first let's
Arvind,
start.
we are not able to hear you.
Hmm? Who is not able to hear me? Okay. Everyone is able to hear me, right?
ఎస్ సార్
Okay. 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 So I'm logging in the console. So this app runner is a paid service. So some call, right? How many number of calls you do, it will be chargeable, but it will be very less minimal charges. Somebody asking something?
Sir, in this streaming data, how we will get the streaming data, sir?
How will get the streaming data?
Yes,
So
yes.
streaming data is coming through the APIs. I'll show that. So it's a complete step by step thing is there. Okay, because streaming data is we need to generate, right? So APIs will be generating the streaming data. Okay.
Okay, can you show me that how to generate the that
Yeah,
data?
everything will come, right? Okay, step is step I will show, right? Okay. So because I want to show first the app runner and those everything, right? Okay. Because we have to do the setup of the local code. Okay. So here is first we have to create a app runner. We have to go. Okay. This is the app runner service. You can see the charges thing, right? What is the charges? Okay. If we Okay, I'll show separately. Okay, so when we are going to create a service, so here we have to choose the, okay, before that, what we have to do, this is this is my code. Okay. Okay, this is my source code. So here is a one GitHub, right? These two files I have to create a repository. Okay. The first thing is I have to create a one GitHub repository. Okay. So I have already created, but I'm showing you. So you can create a very simple, like you can just upload your code in the GitHub. Okay. So you can, this is my GitHub. Okay. Simply I captured two files here. Okay. I captured two files, app.py and requirement.txt. Requirement.txt having what are the module libraries of the Python I have to install. So I have captured all these. Okay. Maybe some are not using or some are using, but this is I kept it. And the other one is app.py. App.py is my service, like which is hitting the service. Okay. So here is the fetch data one method is there. Okay. So here you can see here is some CSV file is there. Okay. So some input data we are taking from the CSV file. Okay, and reading the CSV file. Okay, and then depending on the this like year, right? So we are passing the one year parameter, or we can get it here like which year, right? Country, market. Okay, so different parameters are there, and here is another one method is there, fetch data. Okay, so this is country wise, like it is going to fetch the data. So fetch data, this fetch data is called here. Okay, so first thing is I'm going to create a one API. Okay, this GitHub my repository. So I take my repository code. Okay, my repository. So here I go to here the source code repository, GitHub. Okay, so some connection. This is the last time I create a connection. So already my connection is there. That's the reason my repositories are coming. But I create a new add new connection. It is going to connect. Uh, take the password I can. Um, Let me check it. What is the password? There's- Okay, Abhi, existing connection I'm using. Okay, this is one connection. So this connection have already, when you do add new and then it will authenticate your GitHub and your all the repositories will come. So mine one is all coming here. So I will search here food. Okay, put data test. Okay, and what branch is there? The branch is taking. Here we have to make it automatic. Next, so here we have to select the runtime. Okay, so runtime here I have to use 3.10 or 3 point whatever Python is, Python 3.11. Okay, and here I have to give a command. Okay, so pip install, because I have to run this command, to pip install txt. Okay, and here is a command. Three. What is the file name? Okay, file name is chapter 2. Next. These are the tip one. Okay. So CPUs we increase it. Sometimes it's giving a issue. Okay, next. And so here we will come to know whether our API is created or not. Okay. The first thing is we are creating a API through apprunner. A little bit time it takes. Okay. So next we create a kiesis firehose stream. Oh. Still it is deploying. So here will be when we are creating a firehose delivery stream. So here we have to take the data. It's a correct port. S3 is a bucket. Okay, so some stream name we have to give. I'm keeping it the same name. And here is we have to call the lambda function. Okay, so lambda function should be there. So here we have to enable the record format, right? So here we have to enable the lambda function here. So this is like while your stream you are getting a data, you are right intercepting by the lambda function. Okay, so here the lambda function we have to browse. So I'll show the lambda function this convert to CSV. Okay, so lambda function will go to lambda function convert to CSV. Okay, so this is the lambda function. Okay, so this lambda function, what is doing? It is reading the record. Okay, and it is reading record and it is to CSV, right? Record by record, and it is writing the as a completely. It is writing what is doing. Put record. So to CSV payload put record. So before going to the file in S3, this is conversion things is doing. Okay, it is just record to convert as a CSV format. Okay, and then finally the file is written into the in the S3. Okay, so this is the record conversion only. Okay, so whatever JSON data is coming, right? So it is converting into the JSON load data is loading and it is converting to CSV. Okay, so we'll see that this one first I create this. So here this lambda function. So lambda function how to create? You have to create a new lambda function. I'm not using any layer, right? Okay. So lambda function you simply create here, create function and okay. And Python environment 3.11 I keep it. Okay. The role, right? Which role we have to execute this lambda. So I'm taking any role and this create a function. Okay. So I can take it the same code which is already there in the convert to CSV this one. So this is a lambda handler. In the lambda handler, you just copy paste this code to new lambda function. Okay. Convert to CSV one. So here you override this entire code. Okay. And after this, we have to just deploy. Okay. So this is the new lambda function. So now in the kinesis firehose stream, here I have to search that lambda, the new lambda I created. So convert to CSV1. It is I have to refresh here because then only it will come. So convert to CSV1. I have got this lambda here. Okay. So buffer size I can increase. Okay. Some time interval I can increase also 300 seconds. Okay. So this is the setting we have to do. Like whatever the messages are read by the fire hose. Okay. And before writing to S3, it is doing some conversion. And okay, here when we are going to write to the bucket, okay, so first I need to just check the bucket, right? That I'm going to use for writing data. Okay, So this is a one bucket is for the input file, like one input file I was showing. This is the input file. I show the data of this. I query it. Very well, this. Uh, okay, so this is the data. There are around 400, 500 columns are there. Okay. So this is the input file data. The data size is very large, but I have created a smaller file, okay, from the main data set, okay. So this is the country wise, market is there, dates is there, year is there. Like 2007, these many records are there, 2008. So these are the our uh, criteria, right? Country wise, market wise, year wise, okay. So this is the data, okay. We right now this data has only one country has two markets, okay. So this is the input file, okay. Now in the fire hose, so another bucket I have to create for getting the transform data, okay. So that bucket, this is the input file. Mm. So this is the another bucket I created where I want to get my transform data. This is the last time I fetched the data, okay. So here is data is coming. Uh, Here the data is coming, okay. So this is the file is coming here, okay. So I just delete this data, then we will create today, okay. So I just delete existing data, okay. So now my so my here is a data slash data should be the folder. So in this bucket, okay, so I should give here data prefix. Uh, So prefix data slash and bucket I should choose. So this new bucket. So what is my bucket? This my kiesis destination bucket. Okay, so this bucket. So I'm selecting this bucket. And this bucket I said data folder. Okay. And backup setting advanced. Okay. So the main thing is this lambda functions we have to, and this is the okay. So now I created already lambda function, and that lambda function I will test it from this API. So this firehose delivery stream I created. Mm, what is the problem? check role. Okay. So once this Firo stream is ready and I have a data, some sample data I have in the another bucket that I showed. So my code will be reading the here S3 bucket. Okay. So S3 bucket it's reading. So here, so I'm hitting a API here, getting the data, okay, and send to Kinesis Firehose delivery stream. I send the data on this stream name, okay, and then Lambda will read the data, okay. So where I'm reading, so I'm using here the Photo3 API to, this is okay. This thing also we have to connect, right? Kinesis, like you cannot directly access Kinesis, right? So whenever you want to access Kinesis client, so we need a access key secret key. So this is my access key secret key I added with the reason, okay? And this one will give the Kinesis client, okay? So this will give the Kinesis client, okay? So when I'm testing this, okay, let's see API is created or not. Okay, so what is the error? Mm, check in the CloudWatch. Watch we check the log. So when it is creating pipeline, this, okay, so application, so build is failed. Let's see, there's maybe some connection issue. Mm. Is still failed or is still. So these are the steps. I'll give these steps, right? There's some role, IM role, right? What is the policy is needed, right? So we have to create this policy. So whenever we have a new bucket we create, we have to give a public access and we have to add this policy. Okay, I show you. Last time I didn't show you. So this one is you have to go to S3 bucket on this particular. So this property you go here in the bucket. So here I added that permission. So this one you have to change it and it should be public access. Like when you check it here, I uncheck it. So by default it's checked, okay, because public access is not allowed to the bucket. Okay. So this one we have to uncheck, right? This public access. Okay, then only it will be able to API will be able to read your S3 bucket as a URL, HTTP URL. Okay. So this thing you have to do. Okay, this I've done. Okay. And create AWS Kinesis stream. So you have to create firehose delivery stream. Okay, so this one and this is the setting. Okay, and this is the either you can use a Google Colab to this is the there or otherwise we can uh, call this code. Okay, fetch data API. Okay, so this code we can run. Okay, once the API URL comes, so we have to change here. So this will be always changed. Okay, this is my previous one. So now the new one will come, then we have to add here. So this, what is the problem? I think it's still the errors. Okay, in 10 minutes I just check, okay, then I show. Okay. Meanwhile, I fix the issue. Just give me 15 minutes, I'll see that. Are you guys able to see? Okay. Actually, maybe the authentication problem was there. So now I think it's getting successfully application source code. Let's see. It is not active. So authentication should be, because I didn't try the, the GitHub authentication. So again, when I logged in with the GitHub, I created a new connection. Yeah, so you should try with the new connection. So when you are creating a new service, so here when you are giving a this option, right? So you create a new GitHub connection. So when I tried new connection, this new connection, so this new connection I used. Okay, I created a new GitHub connection. Okay, so that could be a reason it was not creating. Okay. So I think this time it's coming because it's not failed. So once it will be created, then you will be able to see here the API hit and get data. This is my API code. So I have to update here. Okay, so this is I'm getting the file. Okay, so this time this API is created successfully. Right, this one, let's see. Yeah, so we are able to get the data, right, from this API. So this data is coming. Okay, so this is all JSON data is coming, right? This data, now when I hit the API, okay, so this data should go to the kinesis tree, right? So here I'm just showing you the data just as a display, but actual API is will be hit with the this VS code, right? So here when the lambda will be triggered, okay, so I will change here this API endpoint because this is a new API endpoint. So I will change this API endpoint in my code. I will change here the API endpoint because this is my new API endpoint. Okay. So I change this one here. Okay. And it will try to, and this fire hose already I created, right? So, and we'll see our bucket, whether a bucket are having no data, right? Because we created this bucket. Okay. So this bucket is empty. Okay. So we have to get the transform data after the lambda. Okay. The data should come here. Okay. So I already created this stream. So I will be connecting. So here is just install panda, all those things. Okay. So here I'm just making a connection.
What was the error, Arvind? Sorry.
Which error?
Why it failed before?
Oh, API.
Yeah.
Maybe I was trying with the existing connection. Okay. Right. And I was not able to log in, right? I was the password issue, right?
Oh, okay.
So I created a new connection because the thing is when it is going to deploy internally, it is going to connect again GitHub, right? Okay,
Hmm.
programmatically, right? If you see here, it is so maybe the it is able to fetch, but when it is building and that time it is not able to do. Okay,
Okay.
so whenever you try with the new connection. Okay, okay. If you have a connection already there, okay, but that connection you should authorize. Okay, right? That is the thing. So now this API, we are going to, okay, so here when I'm here it's saying Boto 3 is not right. So again, I have to pip install Boto 3. I don't know what this package is. One time is already installed. Okay. Okay, done. Boto 3 is not defined. Oh, import I have not done. It is already installed, but I have to use import Boto 3. So package I have to import. Okay. Now it is able to get this Kinesis client. Okay. And here I'm going to hit the API. Okay. And here I'm giving 2009 year. Okay. So I'm just going to hit this. Something is error. Invoke API function. No, it's not a part of this function. I think it is hit, right? This hello. What is the error?
Where are we okay. Defining invoke API. Okay.
This is invoke API. This is send kinesis to stream. Okay. And here once invoke API will call, invoke API will call here the API endpoint. The response it will get JSON data. And here send kinesis, it will send the list, right? Suppose 100 record it got JSON. So one record it will send. Then the Lambda will intercept that JSON and convert into here, right? So here we can check in this log, right? It will be called. Then for this Lambda function, the logs will be log group is not created. Mhm. Like this is last time one convert to CSV. So it means its hit is there or not. It's still.
I think it didn't went to that step yet.
Yeah, invoke API, this hello 20. The error is coming. Invoke API, resource not found exception. Maybe this one, resource, this one I change, right? Fetch data. Which line number is saying resource not found?
Line number only, the 38, maybe it should be inside or outside.
Put record. Okay, so it is saying stream mic is under account is not found. Okay, so this stream mic is stream. Okay, so mic is stream.
Is it the right stream?
Oh, okay. It should not firehose. It should be deliveries. Okay, I created. I think I have to create just stream. I have to create, and from a stream we will read the data and write to the S3. So kinesis data stream is saying right. It is not found. My kinesis stream provision. Because this is a stream type, na, right? Record. Okay. And it should be this Firehouse delivery stream will take the data from the stream. Okay, so when we go to Firehose, there, this name I have to change. Right. So I create a new one. Right? So this stream is there. Let's say this. That is first this call. Okay. So stream it put the data. Okay. In this stream we look at data should be there. View data, no? Application. Stream configuration in S fan out. Data viewer. Yeah. So this shard, I think June 28. So this data came. Okay. And from this one, we have to read in the firehose. Okay. Actually, I didn't create it. Okay. So now I'm creating a new firehose. The Kinesis data stream is a source and S3. Actually, I use the put, right? That we don't need to use. And this one, we have to give some new stream name. Okay. Any firehose stream. Okay. And here, uh, Kinesis data stream. So I have to tell which Kinesis data stream the data is coming. So I just pointed out here source. Okay. And the lambda part is same. Here I have to give my lambda, convert to CSV1. Okay. And here I can give 3. Okay. And where is the data will go in the data prefix. So data, it will create a YYYMMDD folder. Okay. So it will enter, it will write the data.
We have to select the S3, right?
Hmm?
We have to select the S3.
S3 bucket.
Yeah.
Where? Oh yeah, this one, destination, yeah. So this I have to give my destination bucket. So this one is bucket. So this one is my destination bucket. Okay. So this all things are done, and this IAM role. Okay. So once the data comes on the data stream here, and then it will be pulled out by the firehose, and firehose, the lambda will intercept and then process it and write the CSV data in the S3 bucket. So here the data will come finally. Okay. So already the data is there in the data stream here. So we'll see that once. Yeah, I think here in the steps, this execution steps. So here, create my Kinesis input. Okay, input to Kinesis firehose and create a S3 bucket that is output from the Kinesis firehose. Okay, and create a AWS Kinesis firehose. Okay, which is taking data from the Kinesis stream and output to the S3 bucket where the data prefix folder is there. Okay, so this is all steps of the snowflake. Okay, first we'll see the transformed file, then we'll go to snowflake. Okay, so this is the delivery stream, and let's see here. Lambda is Because lambda is not hit, that's the reason lambda group is not created. Still, it's not created. Monitoring.
Go back. There was error timeout on the lambda.
Oh, where you saying? Because lambda, okay. I created new lambda, right? So there I didn't set the configuration thing. Where you see code
Hmm.
in the monitor?
Yeah, in the somewhere in the Firehouse monitor it was showing your thing was failing. Not here. Go to Kinesis. Firehouse, I think.
Hmm.
Configuration.
Okay. In
Scroll
the
up. Somewhere.
e- destination error logs log group. This is the Firehose CloudWatch log, right? Because Firehose is not able. Okay, so destination delivery. Here is nothing. Because I know that what is the problem is because when I created a new lambda, I have not increased the timeout. Okay, so because in my previous lambda it was there. Okay, so permissions. Okay, this general. Okay, so this one 30 seconds. But that error in the firehose it should show the okay. Let's see now. Yes. So this is the latest one, 1121. Okay, yeah, coming. Okay, if until unless the group is not created, it means lambda is not hit. Right, this one is group. It does not access the account of reason. Yeah. Okay, I changed to old one monitoring.
Can you show the configuration one more time? Are we setting up the right stream?
Yeah, my kiesis stream.
Can you check the kiesis stream name on the other one?
Which one?
No, can you just check?
I just changed to this lambda function actually. Maybe I can change to the existing one. Let's see. Okay, 300. Okay, this setting. Okay, save changes. So we'll come to know the issue, right? It's so the existing one convert to CSV. So here is last 22. It still is not getting the convert to CSV. Okay, this role we check, right, whether it is able to write S3 or because I think role maybe it is not able to. Is all snowflake. Okay, what role we are using now? I just add lambda function in that. This role I'm using. Hmm. Okay, this game, right? 1526. Okay, so this is the latest game. Okay, so lambda is able to hit. Okay, so lambda is able to hit and lambda is getting this. Okay, so this is the lambda log. Okay, so now we check S3. Yeah, data 2025-06-28. This is the file name. Okay, I don't know. This is maybe S3 because the permission, I think before that only it came. If you check in the log group, here. This log came just 3 minutes ago. Okay. I added a role. In the role, I added this role, right? Like this. Okay. So once the data comes in S3, so now we have to create a custom event on this S3 bucket. Okay. So here in the property, and we have to create an event. Okay. So this event is the like SQS queue. Now what to do in the Snowflake? So Snowflake, what we have to do in the here, first we have to create a stage, right? This is a stage we are creating, format we are creating, and table we are creating. This is the database table. Okay, I show you all this command there. And then this is the manual, right? But if you want to create a automatic, then we have to create a snow pipe. This is a snow pipe, and which is referring to the stage, whatever we created stage. Okay. So if we manually trigger, we don't need a snow pipe, but when we want to trigger automatic, then we have to create a snow pipe, and a snow pipe is pointing to the S3 stage. Okay. So when go to Snowflake, so here is I created a database. I created a S3 stage, and I told here the my destination bucket. Okay. And what is AWS access key secret key? And I created a CSV format. Okay. And created a table. This is the table with all columns. Okay. So this is all 500 columns table is there. Okay. So then I created a snow pipe. Okay. So whenever the data is S3, it will come in this table if you are not using the snow pipe. But we have to manually, like whenever the data will be in the bucket, it will fetch by uh, this stage. Okay, so I just create another one. Okay, I create a new database. So I create a new DB. Everything I create new. So I'm going to create a new food DB1. Stage name I given new. Okay. So create a database. Okay. So food DB1. So here the database came. Okay. And then I'm creating a new stage. Okay. CSV format type. Okay. And I have to create a table in this. So food DB1 I'm already using. So this table will be created in this food DB1. So this table I'll create. So what is transformation by Snowpark that I'll show here. Once the data comes in this raw table, this is the table in the Snowflake, and from this table to another table will create to uh, Snowpark transformation. So this table is created. This table is in this database in the public schema. This table is created, and this stage is there, and one file format is there. Okay. So this table is created. Okay, let's try this. Okay. So now select start from output data. So if this S3 bucket has the data, then why it is not taking? Oh, okay, I have to. Okay, I have to create a snowpack. Other way is we have to, after creating a stage, I have to use copy into command. If you want to manually get the data, we have to run copy into command. That command will read the data from a stage and write to the snowflake. So I have not written that command. That is a manual way. So after creating a stage, we have to create a one snow pipe. Okay. So snow pipe, we are creating a new snow pipe we are creating here. Okay. And which will use this stage and same format like CSV format and this. So one new snow pipe I'm creating. Okay. So manual way is like you have to use copy into command, and copy into command you have to give and then the one is integration environment also you have to create. Okay, so that is the last one we have seen, right? When the job site web data, right there I showed the manual way, but automatic way is a snow pipe. Okay, so after creating a stage, I have to refer the stage here, and because the stage is common for both manual step or snow pipe. Okay, but snow pipe is giving one more extra, right? You don't need to use copy into command. Snow pipe will automatically fetch the data using the SQS. Okay, okay, as a SQS queue. So we will create a one snow pipe. Okay, and this snow pipe I will describe. So I will get a channel. Okay. So when I describe this snow pipe, mm, show pipe DSC, right? Mm, I think I'm giving wrong something. Mm, Snow pipe ARN, go to, okay, okay, show pipes is showing. So each different pipe, okay, this not this command, this pipe, this command is correct. Show pipes will show how many pipes are there, and each pipe has what is your what is this notification channel command. So this one we have to copy. This one we have to copy. This is a dynamic way to get the data from S3 bucket. So this SQS queue we have to copy. We have to copy in our property here. So this one is my old one. I have to change, right? This one. So this one edit. Okay. So custom property, like we can add a new notification, and then you have to give your prefix folder, and this one is no need to give because what type of files are coming, and this is all event, and here is the SKSQ or enter ARN. So this ARN I have to change the new one and save changes. Okay. Now we have to check the table. So whenever data is in S3 bucket, this channel will read the data and write to the snowflake table using this stage. Yeah. See, data came here, but this is coming only for record 2009. Okay, record is coming more. So now this data we need to again transform in the snowflake. So that we will do using the snowpark. Okay. So how to use Snowpark? So this, once the data comes in the raw table, right? This is the raw table. Okay, so we have two table, like one is a cleans table, one is a row count. Row count table is like table where we have actual number of, right, how many rows we have. Okay, so and number of rows in the transform table. So this all information is there in the row table, row count table. So this table we create here. Okay. And this table, we right now it will not be there. Okay. So this table will be how it will be created. So this part is done. Row count table we created. Data transformation in the Snowpark. So this code is a function. Okay, this is having a function, this transformation function. So this code we will write into the one UDF, okay, in the Snowflake. So if you see here one my UDF previously I created procedure. So this is the data transformation dynamic function. So I have to create a one procedure. Okay, so first of all, I have to write this code, this entire code. So if I see this one, mm, like this is the code. So this entire code I create a, okay, so this complete Snowpark code I written. Now I am saying which database, the food DB one. Okay, and I have to save it. Okay, I have to, if I want to save this one, I can. It is coming here or not? It is still not coming. I have to call here. Why it is not creating? Save it, right? This function. Where is the option save is coming? Okay, Python worksheet. Yeah, here is coming this. So here we have to first create a one Python worksheet, then replace the code. Okay, so we have to take it. So this is my function. Here I select the database and package. Here is the option. So Python worksheet to create, and we need a Python package. Okay. And here is deploy option. Deploy. Here is a procedure name. So I just give name. Okay. Handler is main function and deploy. So in the food DB1, it will create a one. Here, if I refresh here, so I'll get a procedure. Okay. So this procedure is there. Now this procedure I want to call. So what my command is there? This, yeah, here. So here I have to call this call function. Okay. Call function will, and then it will be create a row in the row count one. Okay. Table. So now row count is right now is empty, right? Because there is no, what is the row underscore count? Select. Okay, right now 0. Now I call my function. So what I created a procedure. Data underscore transformation 111. So data underscore transformation. So data underscore transformation 111 I'm calling. Okay. So when I call this, now I check row count. The one row is created. Okay, one row. And now I want to see the data of this row. So this data in the row, select star from row count. So what is the entry in this table is done. So it is the date and number of rows like it has transformed. Okay, number of rows added 24 and number of rows in the transform table 96. So if we see the raw food one, this one, like star raw food data. So how many rows? 24 rows, and from 24 it created 96. So it created a one table. Actually, this transform this snowpark code is creating a new table dynamically. So if you see here, I don't know this timetable came. So this is a table came, right? Cleans raw food data, right? So this is a transform, this is having the 96 rows. So if you see this table, so one entry is given in the row count table because the first time it is done. Now next time it will do, then second entry it will add and transform row, right, from 24 rows to 96 rows is created. Okay. So with the data rows is created, right? All the null or like those datas, right? It created right rows are created. Okay. So if you see food data had these 24 rows with the null values are there. Okay. So how 2009, all are the 2009 data. Okay. There's 24 rows. So what is the logic in this function? Here, the snow park logic. So first it is reading your raw food table data, okay? And it's creating a data, pandas data frame. And and here is the checking row count df, right? This, it is sort by year. And tail, this is doing add date to another column appended rows. Okay, they are making it country, market name and date, keep column. Okay, if the not null values, it is fetching for these columns start with. So O underscore H underscore L underscore C. So only these columns, not null values, is pulling out. Okay, and it is, these are the expected columns. And it is checking, right, if the row count is TF 0. Okay, and then it is save as table. It is adding in the new table append mode. So whenever the new data will come in this same table, it will be appended. Okay. So now in the row count, we have one entry, and cleans food data. This table has 96 rows. And it has 96 rows. So high value and inflation low. Okay. Interest. Okay, so now next time also this, we see this process become automatic or not, because here this snow pipe thing, this snow park function, you can make it schedule, right? Every, like this is like 12 p.m., right? Every, right, 12 p.m. every day it is running. Okay, but if you want to run manually, so we have to run manually. We have to run by the call function. Otherwise, if you can schedule it, so it will be doing automatically. Okay, because whenever the data is coming by the raw food, right, uh, this raw table, right, the data will keep coming by snowpipe. But after that, the transformation part also become automatic, right, this snowpark. So that should be done. Okay, so let's see one more time. We send different year. Okay, 8 I gave. Still the data has not come. This is after that one file came, 1138. We still it has not come to here. Because in the S3 bucket, we can see another new file. This is the old one. Hmm. The keys team got the data or not? Let's see. It is 11:50. Yeah, still it's not come. So first of all, we should have the data here, right? It is not coming here. What is the problem? What is the API name? Is new, my new API. My new API. This is last half an hour back is updated. Okay, so these are the hit. Yeah, 1553. Yeah, this hit came and 2000 status code, 2008 year is there. Yeah, this was hit. Hmm. So this is showing 2008. What about kinesis string? So stream name is Firehouse Delivery Stream 1. This is the one. So API got the data here. Here it is able to read data, and here got the response. But kinesis is not sending. There's only one page. Yeah, now came 11:53. Okay, now came the data here. It's so slow. Okay, now in the lambda we check. Okay, here it came now. 15:58. Okay, now this is coming. Now S3 bucket we have another file. We still has not come here. So till lambda it came. Yeah, so lambda is processing. So this is 2008 years data. This data is all are the 2008. Okay, so this is all 2008. Still S3 bucket has not got the file. Yeah. Okay, so here we got the file now. So late 12:03 it came. Okay. Now we check our snowflake table. Okay. Yeah, 48 row. So 24, 24, 48 row came. Okay. But after this, raw count table will not increase automatically, right? Because that row count need because our this is one only because our function is not called. So two option, either you schedule it like as a cron tag, cron, like task as a task you create, or you trigger manually. Okay, so if you trigger manually, we have to call the function. Okay, so when I'm calling function, it will transform it and add a one entry in the row count and this cleans food raw data. Okay, so now how many record is now in the 96 before it was there. So it's a new, it's actually, it's a pending mode, right? Row count is 2 now. Okay, and this table has always new data or it is appending data. Yeah, 96 and now is a double row, right? But 2008 here, right? Because this data is 2008. So we can check it which year. So this is a 2009. Oh, I think what is the transformation logic, right? What select row count. So 24 rows it took and number of rows added 96 and okay, transform in this function when we are saving in the table append mode, the row count is 0. Oh, first time it will be append and mode is append. Okay, row count table it is increasing with this. Okay, in this table it is making it double row, right? It is making it double, right? Cleans food data table. Yeah, pending only, yeah. But this date is this date is for the after transform. It's 2009. So what is other 24 rows data came? So 2008 date is coming. This is 2008 and 2009. So this is the data is coming, right? 2008 data, which we hit it second time. So this 2008 data is 24 rows. This is a new one. Okay. But in this table, so we are preparing the date column, right? What is the date column here? How is the date coming? Oh, data. Nothing hard coded here. Right, date. Where is taking date? Yes. Mm. Okay, in the row count, what is the date? That is the current date only. Okay, that is current date. This is okay, so this one is for all 4 columns and number of rows in the transform table. Date, time, stamp. This is but cleans food data, which we are getting right. That date from where it is coming. This one. 2009-01. Okay, this thing you have to check like what is the date is changing. Okay, 2009 for the 2008 record also 2009 is coming, but here is a in the raw table it's a 2008 only, but it is coming 2009 record. Okay, so Power BI, we have to open the Power BI desktop. So you need to install from the market apps, right? Marketplace, install this in the local Windows machine. And they have provided one PBIS file. Okay, sample file they given is Snowflake dashboard file. So this file we can import in the, and then we can do our configuration setting for the Snowflake connection. Okay, so first initially we have to import this report. Okay, so open it, new one. So so this is the report. Okay. Yeah, I'm creating a new one. Okay. So this is a local Power BI desktop, and we have to make a Snowflake connection, right, to get the real data, right? Because Snowflake tables has those 3 tables. Okay, cleans table, and one is a raw food table, and one is a count table. Okay. So this one is coming with my Snowflake dashboard. So whatever is dummy file, it's coming from the dummy file. Okay. So first thing is we have to change here data source setting. Okay. So this is the dummy file. Okay, this is not my machine. So this I remove it. So Snowflake, like we have what is my URL? Okay, compute URL. So compute URL, you have to take it out. Uh, is my Snowflake on? Okay. So this compute URL, I open the Snowflake. So this is my compute URL. Generally, when you create a Snowflake account, so you will get this account. So this is the connection URL. So this is already added this one. If you create a new one right here, okay, I deleted this. Global can only be deleted. Okay. So how to add a new? So here you go to get data. So add a new one, get data and more, and search Snowflake here. And you have to add a server. Okay. And warehouse name is compute WH. That is a default. I didn't create a new warehouse. Okay. And rest other options you don't do anything. Just make it okay. And this is going to make a connection, right? So it is asking my username, password. So I have to give username. Okay, so here username. Okay, so I entered password. Now I'm connecting only host name. Okay, we don't need to give this HTTPS thing. Okay, it is coming my new database tables, right? So food DB1, and we will select all these three tables data. So this is sample, this is the data it is previewing, right? What data is there, okay? So I load, import, okay? So here your table is coming automatically, your all three tables. And what the data, right? So range we gave like 2008, 2009 data we have it. So 2008, 2008 December we check data. Okay, so our graph is change. Okay, so if we want to get 2000, 2008, this data 9. 2010 data we have not added. Let's see it comes. What? 2010, 11, 12. Okay. Two 2009. This is all the selection things are coming. So what is this records coming? 10, 11. So transform, this is created a new table like in the Power BI, which is a combination of these three. Okay. One is a cleans food data, one is a raw data food, and one is a row count. So this is all filters are coming. So these filters we can see. So different tabs we can create, and we can create. So little bit Power BI you guys have to see, right, how it works. Okay, but data things need to display from a snowflake table, right? We can get it here. Okay. Okay, let me send you the code and all this. Okay, so you practice on that. Okay. Thanks everyone.